Everyone starts off as a civilian in life. It's just how the world naturally grooms us to be. You start off in your teens, maybe you want to fit in, maybe you want to party a bit. Life happens, and it's fun. It's natural. We want to go out. We want to experience life. In our late teens, early 20s, we want to drink. We want to find different women. You can legally have pretty much as much fun as you want, and your life really hasn't started yet. Maybe you went to university, maybe you went to college, maybe you have a new job, a 9 to 5, but you're not taking it too seriously. Every single one of us starts off as a civilian. But sometime in your early 20s, you start to get a glimpse of what life could be if you actually worked on yourself. What life could be if you worked on your mentality, if you worked on your physique, if you started putting effort and energy and intention into the life that you're trying to create for yourself. Some people want to turn pro. They want to turn into a professional. They want to leave that unprofessional, sophomoric life behind, and they want more out of their life. They want more money. They want more opportunities. They want a better lifestyle, freedom, brotherhood, purpose. They want to travel. They want to see the world. You realize that you're capable of more. You just don't know how to get there yet. So the decision that you have to make is, do you want to stay a civilian or do you want to turn into a professional? Most of the peers that you have around you are going to choose to stay a civilian. Stay in the civilian mindset. Keep a civilian physique. Be a normal person in the world that we live in. Some people opt to turn professional. This is the awakening that you have the potential to have. This happened to me. I was a civilian until I was about 23 years old. I was groomed for it. Like, I was in college, the whole get good grades, get good scores on your tests, get into a good job, stable, work on your resume. I mean, that was me, and I was really good at it. And then around 23 years old, I was like, there's got to be something else out there. There's got to be more to life than this. There's got to be more to life than 2 weeks of paid time off for your work for the entire year. I just knew that there was more to life than that. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that there was more. This was my awakening. The problem is not a lot of people have this awakening because most men would rather stay distracted than actually change. That's the toughest part. It's easy to keep partying. It's easy to skip the gym. It's easy not to know what you're doing in life and to just trudge along and be guided by the world and what it wants you to do instead of take it by the balls and do it yourself. About 10% of people make that switch.
About 10% of people make that switch.
But the trap that these people fall into is the cycle of self-improvement. They start consuming. They start watching podcasts, they start looking at YouTube videos, they start scrolling Instagram reels, and they start putting Kobe Bryant motivational videos on while they shower, but they don't actually do anything to change their life. Again, I was stuck in this as well when I was figuring out how to turn it into a professional. It's the addiction of learning without executing. You get stuck in information overload. There's so many things people are telling you to do. You look at a podcast and they say, this is what you need to do. You start doing it for about a week and then you get bored because you see no results. And you get stuck in this endless cycle of not actually improving yourself because you don't know what to do. This is the self-improvement trap. So up to this point, you've made the conscious decision that you want to get better, but you're still stuck. You're not actually going anywhere. Changing your life is like building a rocket and sending it into space. Most people don't even want to participate because it's too hard. The people that do want to try don't know how to actually build the rocket. And the people that know how to build the rocket don't actually have the team around them to make it happen. The hardest part is getting off the ground. The next hardest part is keeping that momentum stable so it can actually get you out of the atmosphere. After that, you're in cruise control mode. But if you don't actually get out of the atmosphere in the first place, you fall back to the ground. You fall back in the cycles that you were in. When this happened to me, I eventually realized I need 2 things in order to actually exit the stratosphere and get into space. I need to know how to build a rocket, and I need the team around me to help make it happen. Let's bring this back into self-improvement. You have to actually know the information of what works, because even if you're sitting there throwing darts at the wall, you're gonna be wasting a lot of time, effort, and energy, and at the end of the day, you're gonna get burnt out. If you're trying to build a rocket with no concept of engineering, then you're not gonna be able to get it done. So you have to know how to improve yourself, how to improve your mindset, how to improve your physique, how to make money, how to build your social circle, how to network, how to talk to women. You have to accumulate all of this information. Action alone is not enough. It's like what they say, practice makes perfect. No, perfect practice makes perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you have to have a direction. You have to know what you're doing. You can't just throw random things into the universe and expect any kind of results. You have to be structured. You have to know exactly what you're trying to achieve and have the layout in order to do that. So you have to accumulate all of this information. So let's say you do know how to build a rocket. Let's say you have the information on how to improve yourself. You're gonna get burnt out. That's how it works. You have motivation for a bit, but then you need discipline. But discipline is difficult when you're working by yourself. You feel isolated. You feel like there's nothing that you can do. You need people around you. You need a team that will help you get to where you want to go, that will help you achieve your goals. People that have done it before, people that already have that same information, but can help bring you up into an upward spiral of energy in order to get you to where you want to go. This is the 5 people that you're around. This is the network that you build for yourself. Without the right environment, without the right accountability, most men fail, they fall, they get the rocket off the ground, but then it crashes and burns because they don't have that momentum to carry them into space. This is the formula: information plus environment. The most successful people don't do it alone. They get opportunities given to them by people more successful than them that want to see them win. The problem is if you're not surrounding yourself with people that want to see you win, you're playing this game by yourself, and it's almost guaranteed that you're going to fail. You might as well have just not played the game in the first place. You might as well have stayed ignorant of everything, not even tried, and lived a happy life playing video games and doing everything like your friends are doing. This is what happened to me. I'm sitting with Prague right behind me, the city of Prague, and I never expected to be in this position. I didn't know what was possible. When I decided to change my life, I wanted this life. I wanted to be in environments like this, but I didn't know how. So I had to wait for years and years and years and accumulate information. I had to forge my mindset properly. I had to make sure that I was respecting myself and getting the proper physique. I had to make sure that I knew exactly how to make money online to sustain this lifestyle, how to talk to people, how to network, how to build my social circle in places like this so I can sustain myself. And this took years and years to figure out. My progress accelerated exponentially when I stopped trying to do this alone. I stopped trying to figure out the information for myself, and I put myself in an environment where everyone around me wanted to see me win as well. That is the key. That is when my life started to change. Now I'm traveling the world. Now I've built my mindset up to the point to where I can keep myself accountable and stay disciplined as I travel. Now I know exactly how to talk to every single woman that I see and get any woman I want. Now I have the information and the accountability on how to build my network, how to build my social circle, how to sustain that in life, and how to craft the life that I truly want for myself. Most men don't understand these concepts, and that is why they stay stuck. The top people that impacted my life and helped me get to where I wanted them to help each other so we all could be in this consistent upward spiral of energy. I took every single person that had helped me in all of my WhatsApp chats and all of my iMessage chats and all of my Instagram chats and every single aspect that I had, and I put them all into one group. I created a global network focused on brotherhood, accountability, improving each other in the realms of mindset, fitness, sales, money making, online money, networking, social circle building, talking to women, crafting our lives the exact way that we want it. It's not difficult when you have both the information of what to do and the accountability of the people around you motivating you to do it. So what I would say to you is don't get stuck and waste away your 20s. Start living the life that you're told you have to wait until you're 60 to have, and have it right now. Have it in your 20s so you can genuinely enjoy it in your youth, because that is the one thing that we can't get back. If you're in a 9-to-5 and you want to break free, you want to get to a point where you don't have to ask your boss if you can go to the bathroom, if you feel isolated and alone, if you feel like you've been stuck in that endless cycle of self-improvement where you're consuming, but you don't know where to put that energy, if you feel like you want direction, if you feel like you want freedom, brotherhood, and to truly find your purpose in life, join us in KAIZEN. That's why I created it. That's exactly why it exists in the first place. Don't get stuck in your 20s living the life that they tell you to live. Live life on your own terms and generate the freedom for yourself in terms of time, money, location, so that you can live the exact life that you want to live, because that's what we were created for. We were not created to work under fluorescent lights behind a desk for 40 hours a week. We were created to explore on the roof of a random city that you show up to just because you fucking felt like it. Most men stay stuck because they try to do this alone. The fastest way to change your life is to gain access to the right information that you need and to gain access to people that actually want to see you succeed and win. They will be your accountability. They will direct you on how to get there. If you're serious about becoming the man that you know that you're capable of becoming, click the link below, join KAIZEN. I'll hop on a personal one-on-one call with you and we'll figure out exactly the action steps that you need to take in order to get there. I promise, I want to see you win. See you inside.